Okay. Episode 11 of DP Podcast, Dark Podcast. When you gaze into the abyss gazes back into you. Anything that's within the darkness must be shined by the light within this podcast. Alright. So it's gonna kind of shift more into manipulation. Okay, not manipulating, but manipulation in of itself, as a bonus for within this series because it's kind of like the content kind of goes into it anyway. So it don't even matter. So that's gonna be the plus one. Anyway, so the difference between vibration and emotion is very significant because you gotta know that these archons, these entities, these principalities, these demons, these fallen angels, as you call them, fallen gods and goddesses, demigods and goddesses, um, fallen spirit guides, which are the demons that you refer to, and as well as the principalities as well, which you would refer to as, and then there are entities as well. So yeah, that's that. Which are just fallen deities. That's what entities are. All right. Fallen angels, you refer to them more so as like principalities, and then the archons are once again the fallen gods and goddesses. And then, also there are demigods and goddesses as well. Anyways, what does this have to do with emotions? Just as I don't think it is necessary for it to be a recap, but it's like these emotions are what they use, what they represent, what they are when you refer to emotions. That's what they are. Okay, so these things are what you been manipulated into thinking are just emotions. Anger is a disguise that they use. Sadness, pity, depression, joy, love, compassion, kindness, all that shit is just them. It's just them. Because if it invokes an emotion, basically a reaction or a response, that's how it works. You see how it works? See, an emotion is something that you kind of like, it's kind of like you coming into, how you put it? It's like when you point your finger at something, you put your finger out and you touch something. If it was already in you, why the fuck you gotta use your finger to go touch it? You see how that works? So like if it's not inside of you, then it's not natural. It's not organic. It's not original. It's not healthy. Because if it is what they manipulated you into thinking is external, meaning outside of you, then it automatically isn't within you. It's not a part of you. It's not authentic. It's not organic. It's not natural. It's not original. It has nothing to do with you. Period. You didn't create it. So that's why you may believe them to be called the agents of chaos and the what? Destruction. Okay, because they trying to use that destruction. What do you call it? Magic. Okay. Now magic, once again, if it wasn't clear in the previous episodes, obviously, is manifestation and manipulation. They both forms of magic, but they refer to as two different components of the same thing because folks oftentimes like feel like they have to, because they come from the same source. Basically, they come from the same source. Okay, so creation magic and destruction magic come from the same source, but they use for different intents. But what the misconception, if you are ignorant to witchcraft, magic, sorcery, spells, all that stuff, you have to be privy of it because that's what they're using when they're invoking sadness, joy, depression, pity, shame, lust, gluttony, greed, envy, wrath, anger, as well as happiness, and not technically love, but it's not actually love. It's really more so lust. Okay, because true love is just attachment And that's really all it is. It's just attraction. That's really all it represents. Love is not an emotion, but what people refer to as love in the romantic sense is, and that would be lust. Okay, and when you are love, what they call what these emotions want you to believe, what you call emotions, these archons, these principalities, entities, demons, want you to believe is that you are love struck. When you love struck, that's simply just luminous. So that's basically you being under the days of a spell known as lust. Okay, so you just lust and have a song. So the difference between love and lust is that lust is chasing, love is attachment. When you love yourself, you just attach to yourself. Ain't no such thing as love. Love is not an emotion though, like in terms of the emotional sense. Okay, there ain't no such thing. It's healthy for you to be attached to yourself. Where it becomes toxic is when you attach to something outside of yourself, other than yourself. Actually, to be honest, when you attach to yourself, that's cool. Now, the reason why you can't even equate that to lust is because lust is like, it's crazy for you to think. No, it's actually insane for you to think you have to chase yourself when you already are yourself. See how that works? So when it puts you, when you chasing something and you already are something, what happens is that you start looking for it outside yourself. You see how it puts you outside yourself once again. Okay, then see how they work. So that leads you to what? Destruction, because you're not creating for yourself. You're destroying things that could have been for you. You destroying for yourself. Not literally, but like in the sense of whatever you doing is not manifesting, aka creating something for you to not have to look for yourself outside of yourself. So what that refers to is that, or what that, the sense behind it is that if you have to look for your health, if you feel like you have to look for your health, your wealth, your abundance, your prosperity, what you believe to be called positive energy outside of you, it's destructive. It's not destructive because you like breaking something, but it's destructive because you simply are detaching from yourself and attaching to something other than yourself. That's what makes it destructive. That's why creation and destruction magic is the same, because creation is simply just you being attracted to yourself, attaching to yourself. Okay? And then whatever you seek, find, and figure out, it's all within yourself. It is yourself. It quite literally is yourself. So that's why it's important to know what magic and spells and witchcraft and sorcery and all that stuff is, and pertaining to manipulation, because manipulation is just convincing you that you're not the one doing you're not the one creating, you're not the one who has the source. You're not the one who has the power to create for yourself. It's convincing you that your power is not for you, but for others. Okay, you see how that works? So destruction magic is just creation magic in disguise, but once you've been distorted, okay, you're delusional and insane, and you which in psychology refer to as psychotic, because that's what you have to understand. If you know what these things are, magic, sorcery, all that stuff that was just mentioned, then you know that the psychological terms would be manipulation, orchestration, coercion, okay, love bombing, gaslighting, stuff like that. It's the same thing. It's just referred, you just believe that it's called something differently than what it actually is. These are all the same thing. Just the same way as creation and destruction magic is the exact same thing. So once again, emotions are there to lead you astray from yourself, you know what I'm saying, into willful ignorance, and manifestation / creation magic is there to lead you towards yourself, within yourself, okay, into self-awareness. Okay, so one leads you into willful ignorance, one leads you into self-awareness. Okay, do not be tempted by willful ignorance. Be aware of self-awareness. be willing to be